it's Joelle, and welcome back to another What I Eat in a Week. It's been a while, but this one is a challenge. My family, friends, fiance have all been on my back about how little protein I consume on a regular basis. I am trying to hit my goal of eating 100 grams of protein every single day. I figure I'll also show you guys the types of workouts that I'm doing each day. I know that it's only a week, so I don't expect to see physical results, but I hope to at least feel a little bit stronger. Let's get started with our week of protein. Good morning, friends. I'm about to start a little at-home yoga workout for strength and stretching because my arms and back and shoulders have been so tight lately. I used to do fasted workouts, but I've been hearing that that's not great apparently, so I normally eat like 1/3 of a little protein bar. These are Fuji matcha protein bars. First protein meal. I'm sure you'll have seen that adding cottage cheese to eggs. It was like a trend on the internet, I feel like last year in 2024. I've tried this once blended and it tasted pretty good, but without blending it, just because that's an extra work, an extra thing to wash, it looks a little freaky uncooked. But now that it's cooked, it actually looks pretty good. I'm gonna eat this while I make my coffee. This morning has just been a work day, but I am starting to get very hungry. Thankfully, last night I meal prepped my lunches for this whole week. I do think that when you're trying to maintain a certain eating lifestyle that isn't typical for yourself, meal prep makes everything so much easier. There's no way I was gonna think of and execute new recipes every single lunch since I do work a 9 to 5. So my friend Calvin, or Cook Like and Book on Instagram and TikTok, if TikTok's still around, he makes a ton of high protein recipes and I followed his for sundubu, which is Korean soft tofu soup. He makes his high protein by adding a ton of ground beef. And I think I actually added more ground beef to the soup than his recipe originally even calls for. You also have the option of adding an egg in each day, but somehow I feel like I made even more than he showed in his video. It's supposed to be enough for 5 days, so I figured every lunch of this week. But apparently this is supposed to have 57 grams of protein in each serving. So if I eat 1/5 of the soup I made, that's literally 60 grams of protein. So hopefully that's accurate and hopefully I can actually finish this serving of soup. Okay, I'm having this with some rice and some kimchi with sesame oil. I really hope this soup tastes good because even if it doesn't, I'm eating it for the whole next week. It low-key smells like hamburger from the ground beef. Okay. I did pretty well today, so I don't need to eat a ton of protein to meet my goal. So thinking I made myself some noodles. The noodles. Put these back on. Seven more grams of protein to start the day. I'm not normally a big caffeine pre-workout person, but I got sent these Glean energy drinks that have really interesting Asian fruit flavors. Like this one is dragon fruit mango. I tried one that was white peach, with lychee. Just sounds really good, so I figured it'd be fun to try all the flavors. From our little workout. It was honestly kind of fun. I normally just get really bored lifting by myself at the gym. I feel like having an instructor and also just doing it with other people, I don't know, there's just more to look at, to focus on, to be thinking about. So I think I'm gonna keep going. I was gonna make a protein smoothie today, but I'm really craving real food. So I'm gonna make one of my roommate's favorite breakfasts, which is eggs with sardines, which might be controversial. I think a lot of people don't like tinned fish, but 19 grams of protein in this, and she throws the whole can in and just kind of scrambles it up. I think I'm gonna add some spinach, maybe some onion, and sounds kind of yummy since I am a tinned fish fan. Back to basics with my Americano Einsteiner. Japanese roasted soybean powder. I've seen Korean cafes make indomie or also soybean powder lattes, so I thought it might be kind of fun to try making my own version. It has this really sweet nutty flavor, so This is a lot of cold foam, but we're using it all because I'm not gonna waste more heavy cream. Americano tastes great. Cream top tastes great. Making coffee at home, guys, 10, 10, 10 across the board. It's not as fishy as you would think. The egg definitely helps break up the texture of the fish being like a little too overwhelming. This is good. This is good. I was getting a little snacky during work, so I got some of these wild chips. They're made out of chicken, and they have 10 grams of protein per 25 chips, apparently. So I thought they'd be a good snack to test out for this week. I got these at Costco because they're actually kind of expensive, so just getting the bigger bag is the most cost-efficient way, I feel like, of consuming them, but they taste pretty good. These are a buffalo flavor, but they're super crunchy, super savory. They definitely do kind of taste like chicken, but I don't mind it. Alrighty, it is dinner time now, and since I had kind of a wimpy dinner last night, I am gonna make a real proteiny dinner tonight. Though I am pretty good on my protein goal for today, I'm not gonna lie. 100 grams, not as crazy as I thought. So far, just boring and a lot of ground meat. Because tonight, larb, also ground meat. I'm using lean ground chicken. It's a Thai dish of a ground meat with some Thai chilies, lime, cilantro, fish sauce, sugar. You just stir fry it all together. Very simple. You can adjust the spiciness level with however many Thai chilies you want, but it's really good with a little heat. And I'm gonna try to do a little lettuce cup situation with it. This actually looks quite good in my opinion. I might have made this really, really spicy, but we're gonna find out if I can eat it without rice or if my mouth is gonna burn off. It's super flavorful. It's got a little kick, but isn't too spicy. I also just love poultry. Like, ground chicken doesn't taste that gamey or anything. So I'm glad I have some more of this to save for later in the week. Also, I'm watching Severance on Apple TV right now before season 2 comes out. Love it. I just got back in my car and realized I completely forgot to film any part of my workout. Sorry. I ran like 4.5-ish miles. 2 good long vlogs in, and let's go home and make some breakfast. I'm gonna make my friend Calvin. This whole video is just gonna feel like free promo for my friend Calvin. Cook like I'm booked, but that's because he posts all these high protein recipes, and he specifically sent me this protein powder, which is from Legion. It's the cinnamon cereal flavor, and then he has this protein shake recipe that he said basically tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal milk, which sounds pretty good to me. It's a super simple recipe, just banana, spinach, milk, protein powder, and ice. So yeah, I should calculate how many grams of protein this is gonna have, but it's gonna have a lot. It's funny, I feel like this either looks like a matcha or like Shrek milk or something. It really does taste like cereal milk. You don't taste the spinach at all. Nice, that's doable. Thanks, Calvin. Also, obviously, starting the day with a coffee before I start work. I'm just making a regular iced latte today. You've just seen the same angle of me because I've just been working all day, but I'm almost done with a few things and I'm gonna make some dinner. I have an issue. I just keep always coming back to noodles, but I figured that the chicken larb I made would pair really well with a little noodle bowl, so I think we're gonna make a kind of fish sauce Vietnamese seasoned noodle bowl with some veggies, some fresh cucumber, maybe some carrots to balance out my protein. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, this 100 gram of protein challenge is way easier than I thought it was gonna be. My friends told me it wasn't that crazy, but I didn't believe them. I thought it was still gonna be hard. But today, I've already hit 99 grams of protein, which my dinner will have an additional 30, I think, from the chicken breasts, but I don't even need it. This also might totally be TMI, but for people that eat meat a lot, does it make your fart smell really bad? Because when I fart normally, it's not that stinky. All of a sudden, this week, bad. What's going on? The only thing that changed is me eating a lot of meat. a nice morning of editing before I go to the gym. I'm gonna try to lift again, but my shoulder is not feeling quite right. I think I slept on it weird. Another day, another protein bar. I finished the other one yesterday, so I'm gonna take another third of this Cliff Builders bar. I like that they're crunchy and chewy. Day 3 of drinking the same can of energy drink. I had a little bit of a later start to the morning than I anticipated, so for breakfast we're just doing another protein smoothie. This time, different protein flavor. This is strawberry banana. I actually really like this one because I tend to use berries and bananas in a lot of my smoothies. I think this is definitely one of my favorite protein smoothie combinations. Dang, that's really good. For lunch today, we are making a tofu scramble. It's one of my favorite ways of using up just a ton of veggies. I feel like I haven't been eating as many vegetables naturally with trying to fit more protein in. So I'm trying to balance a little bit today. I literally just go into my fridge and take out whatever veggies I have that I want to use up before they go bad, chop everything into little pieces and stir fry it with some firm tofu that I've pressed a little bit to dry out and not be as watery, and throw in a ton of spices to make it taste really flavorful and yummy. And this keeps well for a couple of meals. And if I eat half this packet of firm tofu, it's about 20 grams of protein, which is not as much as I've been getting in my other meals, but that's okay. We're gonna balance it out. This is my current favorite chili oil. It's actually quite spicy, and I just think the flavor is really good. It's super smoky smelling. It smells really good. This is so good, and I'm so relieved to finally be eating a little more vegetable. Okay, y'all, it's dinner time, and I'm a little further from my protein goal than I normally am at this point, but you know what will fix me, get me there? Another bowl of sundubu. Instead of making it with rice though, I think I'm gonna throw like some thin wheat noodles in there, make a little soupy noodle soup, and that's gonna be my dinner while I continue editing a lot of stuff. I accidentally let this cook too long and my noodles got way too soggy and it soaked up all the broth, but still looks good. Noodles just make everything taste better. Good morning, friends. It is my last day of this protein challenge. Wow! But unfortunately, it wasn't that hard, which shows me that I probably should do this on a regular basis. But before we show what I eat today, do y'all remember like what my little noodle arms looked like earlier this week? And now when I flex, there's like some definition, which is crazy. Like even just that little curve of my arm was not there before. That is way more muscle than I had on Monday. That is for sure. Today's workout, I'm literally just gonna be on my bedroom floor, ignore all the packages I always have on the ground, and I'll probably do some like yoga or Pilates or something before another work day. Post little yoga Pilates sesh. It's breakfast time, and I'm just having the rest of my tofu scramble. Guys, meal prepping changes lives. I honestly am typically the type of person that will like cook for each meal just because I really enjoy cooking, but I'm realizing now that during the work week I don't have enough time to be doing that every day and get everything done that I need to do. So we're gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna zhuzh it up with some more sauces, and then it's Friday. Normally on Fridays I would go hiking with my friend Anna, and we always get a fancy little matcha as like our little treat for the end of the week. But sadly today we are not hiking because lots of hikes around LA were destroyed and it's not so great to be outside right now. But I'm gonna make myself a little matcha. I'm gonna text my friend Anna because I miss her. The matcha I'm currently using is from Nami Matcha, which is by the creator Your Mom Ashley. She sent a bunch to my office, which is really nice of her because we included her matcha in a video for BuzzFeed A-Pop. And the matcha is quite good. It smells delicious and has like a nice fragrance. This matcha bowl also was made by none other than Sean, my fiance. He literally made this his first time ever throwing on a pottery wheel, which is quite impressive because apparently that's very difficult to make like a viable product your first time on a pottery wheel. So thanks, Sean. And it works great for matcha. It's got a little spout. I think he initially made it as a ramen bowl, but I thought it was perfect for this since I didn't already have like a matcha bowl. To treat myself, I'm also making a cream top. This is really good. And the way that a cafe has tried to charge me $12 for this sort of thing, crazy. I might have a problem because I made a matcha this morning, but I just thought of, once again, Calvin's recipe for a peanut butter latte that I've been meaning to try, and I want to take a little break from work. So, better use of that break than to finally try this peanut butter latte. It's literally just a regular latte with PB2 peanut butter powder mixed into it. I think Calvin used a little bit of a cold foam as well, which should I do? Maybe. Oh yeah, I have leftover cold foam, so I'll just use that. First taste test, let's try. Okay, I definitely got some peanut butter chunks down there, but it adds like a richness and a nuttiness to it without it being like super sweet or anything. Pretty good. As someone who also just loves peanut butter, like, of course I would like something like this. I've been meeting in about 30 minutes, so I'm gonna make a very quick and easy lunch of a shrimp and egg stir fry, which is a Chinese dish. I wanna say this is like 15 grams of protein in shrimp from my Google search. And I'll use maybe 2 to 3 eggs for a nice little shrimpy scramble. It's very easy to make. The only seasonings are salt, white pepper, and cornstarch. You can throw in a little something extra if you want, but that is a great base for it. I know this probably doesn't look like much, but it smells so good. It's so good with such basic seasoning. And the green onions add like a little bit of freshness, which is really good. I also love adding cornstarch to like little stir fry dishes like this. It makes it taste like you're at a Chinese restaurant, just with like the right texture. It's 5:30 on a Friday and I'm still editing because I'm behind. I said I would turn in just multiple things today, but I'm hungry. I know this will kind of ruin my appetite, but I probably won't eat dinner for a while, so I'm eating more wild protein chips. We made it to the end of the work week. My roommate Paula just made these delicious looking chocolate chip cookies. Look how incredible. But this is the moment where I need to be an adult and not eat cookies for dinner and finish my last serving of protein sundubu so I can have my cookies. This episode is crazy. This episode goes so hot. There's liquid in my eyes, even though I've already watched this episode. It's so